on because I had this really profound interaction with a patient yesterday, and it actually filled my whole body with chills. And because of that, I really felt the need to share this with you, this piece. And so, this is something we were working with a condition, a symptom, a cluster of symptoms that she had been working with for many, many years, and it had been diagnosed and it had been treated and therapized and medicated and all of these different things that we do when we have something going on in our system that doesn't necessarily make sense to the mind. And so, what we did yesterday is we actually did some parts work, some of the internal family systems work, and that I kind of blend some of the golden heart wisdom work that I've learned with Sylvie, my teacher. And what happened is there was a lot of resistance in her system to allowing her to be with how she was feeling. And when we kind of dove a little deeper, and it became clear that this part of her had felt pathologized and therefore really, really wrong. Like there really wasn't a place for this in her system, and that any practitioner that had worked with her thus far had been working really hard to make it go away or get it under control. And so when it came time to actually talk to this part, a lot of our other parts were scared, but this part felt very kind of isolated and pushed aside, that sort of thing. And so I started by simply saying, we're not here to make anybody wrong. We're not here to blame or judge. We're really just here to listen. And some of the stomach pain that she'd been feeling for years instantly started to move and release. And that was before we even dove any deeper into the work. And at one point, I was checking in, and because we just kept on showing up to listen and say, well, tell me more about why you were showing up in this way in this woman's body. And the symptom part was really telling us what it was for, and the intention, it brings tears in my eyes just thinking about it, was so profound, that this part of her was trying to teach her something very valuable and actually trying to help her grow as a person. And it was manifesting as this symptom cluster. And so it was really hard to put those pieces together until we slowed down to listen. And so, as we're listening and as we're building relationship and building more understanding between her, this symptomatic part of her, and these other parts that had judgment and fear and anger and frustration, and then her self energy, that golden heart, that purity of consciousness. I asked her what was happening, and she said it's like two halves of a whole are coming back together. And then she said it feels like all the puzzle pieces of my body that have been scattered all over the table are coming in and finding their place. And she looked transformed at the end of the hour. It was pretty miraculous. And so I'm here to share with you that this is what your body is doing. It is manifesting these divine messages, to catch your attention, to upgrade your system, to elevate your experience, to knock out old belief systems and consciousness. But I promise, whatever you're facing, be it in your physical, mental, emotional, spiritual body, or in the world around you, this is here for you. And it's one of the hardest things that we will do, because it so goes against the screaming conditioning of the mind, is to slow down and invite it all to come sit at a table with you and really listen and learn what might be in store for you. So, if you have any questions, please let me know. If you've had an experience like that, please do share it in the comments here. And if you're looking for some guidance, I'm happy to work with you one-on-one. And then we've got a lot of group courses coming up, or memberships, excuse me, coming up in January 2024. Thanks so much for being here, and blessings to you and all your parts.